Regen Rovers are top of League 2. Look at this, after 11 games, 24 points, we've only lost one game all season, we're banging in the goals. Wow, who'd have thought it, eh? Predicted to finish bottom of the league last year, not the greatest season ever, but Regen Rovers are top of League 2. And, oh, George, you've come to say hello. George the cat, you haven't been to say hello for ages, have you? This is a rarity. In fact, I think there's only one Revelations video that he's appeared in this series. Back about 2 or 3 years ago. 2 years ago. He used to appear quite a lot in my videos, but some of you won't even have met him before. Our ginger cat George. Anyway, let's get on with today's episode. He is just here sitting beside me. In fact, you can see him, can't you? Just in the corner there. You happy? You should be, because Regen Rovers are top of League 2. So, in the last few games, we have been unbeaten. Of course, in the last episode, 3 wins, which is quite remarkable. And since then, although we haven't scored as many goals, we've conceded less goals and we've picked up plenty of points. Couple draws in the last 2 league games, slightly disappointing. But some fantastic news that David Okoro has scored his first goal of the season from the spot, of course, our penalty king. Excellent penalty. I think he's still our best penalty taker. Paul McCann was slightly better than him, but he's dropped to the under-23s. But if we just look at penalties, he is our best penalty taker. So that is why he continues to be our penalty king. Ryan Curtis also scored a goal in this game to make it a bit more comfortable against a team we have struggled against. We'd only beaten them once prior to this match, and also we'd lost 4 games. So that just shows how an impressive performance this was. Mark Ball and Curtis, they're just playing 1-2s. They've combined brilliantly this season. Considering they're a new partnership, it's very impressive. 2-1 win against Scunthorpe. This was the first goal of the game. I think they had a goal disallowed, actually. They were quite good in this game. You can see 1 clear-cut chance each. It was a little bit more of a struggle. But yeah, Brazil, look at this. Cracking finish from outside the box. And Halpin, our left winger on loan, got his first goal for the club. O'Shaughnessy playing on the right. Crossed it in, and Halpin with a lovely little finish. We've had a few injuries lately, so there has been a bit of rotation. 0-0 draw against Bury. We picked up 5 yellow cards. Don't know what was going on there in that match. Okay, you look in my hand now, George. Thank you. He generally just sleeps during the day. That's why he never appears in these videos these days. Club mascot, are you? Along with Felix the Phoenix? I reckon so. This was a 1-1 draw away from home against at home against Burton at Plumbing Park, and we're definitely better at countering from corners these days. I've mixed it up a bit, and with our 2 strikers of Ball and Curtis, they cause carnage. Look at this, they just drive up the pitch. Great finish from Mark Ball as well to earn us a point. And then I put out a very different looking team against Hayling Island in the Hampshire Senior Cup. Ben Ball, our young right back, played on the right hand side of midfield and picked up man of the match. It's always good to see Agu get on the score sheet as well. His first goal of the season. He scored a competitive goal every season since his first proper season at the club. And it's an excellent cross from our 18-year-old right back Ben Ball. Must be related to Mark Ball. I know Ball's quite a common last name, but you know, it's a coincidence. It can't be a coincidence, surely. And then a goal from Matthew Avison. Samson playing left back, put a ball in, and Avison headed home. So yeah, very different looking team. The under-23s are banging in goals themselves, actually. Look at this. All the goals. Agu's featured, Mooney's featured, Mark Ball's played for the under-23s from time to time. If we just look at the goals, 9 goals for Mooney, 9 goals for Agu, 8 goals for Elliot Avison. Paul McCann's got 4 off the bench. You know, we've got a lot of competition up front. This tactic is just working wonders. It really is. And in today's video, we're going to be taking on Southend United away from home, going back to my homeland of Essex. And we're inviting Port Vale down to Winchester for the second match of the episode. 2 matches inside 3 days. This is the journey we made over to Southend United Football Club today then. I can tell you a story about my connection with Southend. I've never been to a match there, but my great-grandma lived in Southend for the last few years of her life in an old people's home, and it was right next to the stadium. In fact, out some of the windows from one side of the building, it was a perfect view of the pitch. So yeah, if you're old and you support Southend, it was the perfect place to live. As George is just attacking me. You want to get involved in this video, don't you? Where are you going to go then, George? Why don't you go my lap for a little bit? Yeah? No? Exploring my desk, you can't see. Team-wise then, who am I sticking out today? So like I said, we've had a few injuries. Wes Honour is out for a few weeks. O'Shaughnessy's got injured. Perry Mills picked up a little bit of an injury. We've had Wayne Burns out. He's come back from injury just in time for this match. So Halpin's going to play left wing because Honour is out. The usual two up front of Mark Ball and Ryan Curtis, of course, and Brazil and Strutton in the middle. And this back four, which seems to be playing okay at the moment, of Assini, Long, Casey Burrows. And, of course, Okoro in goal, who's picked up his performances of late. Right, George. Oh, he's off. I was hoping for a minute then that he was going to sit there and I could just play the match and pretend that he was managing Regen Rovers against Southend United. But no, he jumped off just as I pressed record. Southend then, a team full of regens apart from one real player playing at left back. Ruffles is playing left back, but the rest of the team, interesting young team then. Kelvin Hatton, 19 years old up front, their top goal scorer, 6 goals, pacey. Got to watch out for him. They're a good team. They've only just been promoted from a surprise relegation to the National League, but I suspect they'll be looking to get back up to League One at the first time of asking. We've not been quite so free-flowing of late. Not so many goals. Strikers haven't been quite so prolific, but we've picked up points. 2 good draws as well. I mean, you could say they're good, you could say they're bad, but I'm happy with draws, considering last year where we were at this point of the season. So yeah, we got to see the positives, haven't we? But let's hope we can get back into goal scoring form today. Southend almost take the lead with a stupendous effort. Maybe teams have worked us out a bit. They've worked out how to stop us. But also our injuries have meant that I haven't had a consistent lineup over the last few weeks, as that's crossed in and that's headed over the bar. That looked like a chance. I think they've had 2 half chances in this game. You'll notice I've got Ben Ball on the bench because he was impressive. I know against a very weak team, but I feel like he could come on for Wayne Burns today on a yellow. Quite tight. Casey's had a bit of a knock, hasn't he? I don't have a centre-back on the bench. No, we do. I tell a lie. I've got Kieran Law on the bench. But yeah, compared to the last episode, it's not been great. I'm going to be quite harsh. I'm actually going to take Casey off, throw on Kieran Law, and I'm going to bring Burns off for Grant Hunt. And we're going to push the wingers forward, which I've been reverting to recently. In fact, I'll leave Halpin there. Hunt will go there, and I'm going to get Burrows to overlap down the left. Just try something a little bit different, tweak things a little. Tinker. I'm the Tinker man. Here we go. Is this going to be a highlight straight away? That was a pretty awful cross from Grant Hunt. Here's a highlight then. Burrows knocks it long over the top. Can't find... Oh! Here's Ryan Curtis. Chance! He's missed a few clear-cut chances recently. That is a poor one. He has to be finishing those. Our new number 10. And is this going to fade away, or is there going to be a chance here for Mark Ball? 10th goal of the season. Powers it home. I've got him lurking outside the area for the... I don't really have any players that are good at long shots, but I think Mark Ball with his finishing ability can run in and do that. That's the carnage he can cause. Yes. Look at this. Smashes it. Once again we see that weird thing where the keeper gets a hand to it and then it flies off him at 100 miles an hour. Almost 60 minutes into this game. If we can get another, I'll be a bit more settled, I think. Cracking tackle. Dickie Strutton. Yes, Roy Keane-esque. Here's Curtis round the back. Penalty! And Okoro, our best penalty taker. He's got to take it. There's always the chance we might get on the break. Oh, a red card. Red card for them. Now we have to take advantage of this and go on and win. Come on, David Okoro. Up he steps, it's saved. Oh, he's scored one, he's missed one. I suppose 10 on penalties, that's the likelihood. But more often than not, he does put it in the back of the net. He's only missed about 2 or 3 penalties in league games. Their goalkeeper's having a blinder because of that. Toby Brazil on a yellow. I'm going to bring on Gus Russo, our last sub of the game. I'm going to keep attacking. They're down to 10 men. We've got to push forward and win this game. It's fading away though. And that's okay, because as it stands, we're winning all 3 points. Southend haven't really turned up in the second half, but they've got a chance to grab an equaliser right at the death That's a free kick to us, fortunately. Not the most convincing performance. We should have wrapped it up with a penalty. Ryan Curtis had the chance to score. But in the end, we've won the game. We've got 3 points. Our top of the table position continues. Quite a lot of injuries this season. And this is the first season that we've had injuries to this scale. Before, they've always been little niggles. Nothing major. Hardly any injuries that have lasted over a few days. And I don't know what has changed. I don't know if becoming a professional club, because they're training more, they're more likely to get injured. I suspect that is the case. When we were part-time, much less training. So that meant less chance to get injuries. That's probably the main reason. But it could be the training facilities are really bad condition now, and the pitches and all that are in bad condition. That could be a reason as well. But you know, we've had a fair number of injuries this season, as you can see. Perry Miles is now out for a while. Quite a long journey for a midweek game for Port Vale FC. Hopefully we can take advantage of that today at Plumbing Park. Having said that, I'm thinking from a non-league perspective. I'm so used to non-league football, you know. Our players are part-time. They would have to finish their working day early, mid-afternoon, so we could get to midweek matches. But of course they're fully professional now. The Port Vale are fully professional, of course. And they can just travel down whenever, and they shouldn't be tired. But we do have some tired legs for this match because we did only play a few days ago. So O'Shaughnessy's back from injury. He's going to come into the team for Wayne Burns, who drops to the bench. Kieran Law has come in for Casey, who's particularly tired. Picked up that little injury, of course. So Averson's on the bench. But that's it. I mean, Strutton looks a little bit knackered. I think it'll be okay, though. I've clicked through, I was in autopilot, forgot I was recording, so I haven't introduced the Port Vale team. I have no idea who they're playing, what they're playing. Let's have a quick look. Formations. At the end of this highlight, we might get a positive highlight right at the start of this game. Here's O'Shaughnessy with his ginger hair, Brazil. Out wide to Asini. This is... Don't tease me like that. They're playing an interesting formation. They're playing wing backs, and they're two strikers up front, Behrman and Macaulay, so watch out for them. Here we go then. Halpin's picked up an injury already. Gonna play Brazil out wide and Owusu in the middle. Well, this is boring. Last episode against Barnet, 9 goals in one game. 5 goals in the Chelsea game. Today, 1 goal against Southend. I don't understand what has changed. I've not done anything tactically for us to suddenly for there not to be as many goals at either end of the pitch, really. It's just bizarre. I can only think that the opposition have sussed me out a little bit. Here's Strutton into Owusu. Can we score right at the death? Owusu tackle, that's poor. I know he's a box-to-box midfielder running with the ball, but that wasn't great. O'Shaughnessy wins it back though. Here's Asini. Puts it down the line. Almost finds Mark Ball. It's not quite clicking for us, is it? And is it actually going to be an opportunity for Port Vale at the end of this half of football? Here's Smith. It's a long old highlight. I sense a goal. And I sense it for Port Vale now as they come forwards. Come on, win it back, guys. Win it back. No. Where have you gone? Long. Lucas Long. Look at him. Where is he going? What is that defending? What are you doing? So that was the only highlight of the first half. Show me something else in the second half, lads. Come on. We'll push these guys up. Brazil can't really play on the wing, but he's going to have to play there, I think. Oh no, all these injuries. Hancock's going to come on for Asini. There hasn't been another update, has there, since I recorded the last episode. Here's Hancock over the top with a throw. Wusu. It's just not happening. Fortunately, we've got the ball back. Maybe we can work something now. Law out wide to Hancock. Look at that. O'Shaughnessy. Deep cross. Brazil! I'm going to throw on Grant Hunt. Swap him with Mark Ball. He will play as an inside forward. This is the last roll of the dice, I suppose. This has been an awful game of football. Yeah, just today, it's just a stark contrast to the last episode, isn't it? It's very confusing. But you never know. We might be able to get back into this. Here's Mark Ball. Knocking it long over the top for Hunt. Hunt! Yes! We're back in this. It's 1-1. Maybe there's a chance to get a winner. Great ball from Ball. And Hunt hunts it down and finishes. But it really has been poor. Not a good game. I mean, Port Vale really are a bogey team, aren't they? It's frustrating. Burrows knocks it over. Curtis back to Mark Ball as the inside forward. That is a delightful pass. And Hunt with a cracking finish. And another injury for Long. Oh, it's not been a good day. But we got 3 points against Southend. A draw against Port Vale. It's okay. Hunt, our hero in the end. He wanted first team football. Comes off the bench and grabs a point for us. And that's actually his 3rd goal for the club already, which isn't bad. But come on, what do I say? I'm going to cautiously say that just to keep them motivated. There's no need to rip into them and ruin their morale for no reason. But yeah, I can't really explain what's happened. But we're top of the table still. Let's look at the positives. We're top of the table. We're 4 points above Northampton, are outside of the automatic places. It's quite an easy league to get promoted out of because there are 3 automatic promotion places and then there's 4 playoff places, of course. It's just gone a lot quieter. The start of the season was boom, boom, boom. And since then, it's just really become a little bit dull and we're grinding out results, but I want some excitement again. We've got Carlisle next. We've got Charlton in the Checker Trade, whatever that tournament's called. Is it the Checker Trade Football League? Something like that. Lincoln, that's a big match. Swindon, we've got some big games actually coming up. I might have to show some of these. But yeah, I'll keep an eye on how things go with the next few games. We'll end with a quick Ask the Manager then. And the first question, funnily enough, is this. Both Inspire has said, or asked, it's kind of a statement and a question. Great series, thank you. But where is George the Cat? Well, I've already answered that one for you today, haven't I? I'm not sure where he is right now though, to be fair. If you're asking me right now, he's probably asleep downstairs now that he's vanished from the scene. And Josh has asked, favourite YouTubes. Thank you for the support, Josh. For those of you that don't know who Josh is, well, he is Josh Mann, the man behind Josh Mann the player. The man behind a few players, in fact, because he's a big supporter on Patreon. Legend. So, favourite YouTubers. Well, I seem to go through phases of watching different people on YouTube or different content on YouTube. You know, when YouTube suggests something to you, you just end up in a cycle of watching that genre for a while and then you move on to something else because it's suggested to you. What have I been watching recently? Let's look at my YouTube history. Oh, I like Stephen Tries. I watch every Stephen Tries video. I watch Hammer's Chat, which is a West Ham fan channel. I've been watching loads of Travis, as in the band, music videos from back in the day. Door Monster, anyone know them? I definitely haven't watched as much YouTube recently as I have done in the last few months. I've watched Dire Straits videos recently. Yeah, actual channels, I've not really watched that much recently. There's more random videos here and there. Weeble. Do you know Weeble's stuff? And the Badger video. I've been watching loads of those videos lately. Rescue Whale. Hilariously random. A few others like Jay Foreman. Tom Scott. You know him? I like those videos. Brett Domino as well. Hilarious. There's loads of YouTubers that I've watched over the years. I'm not really in a phase of watching particular YouTubers at the moment though. Hopefully that answers your question in some sort of way. I've named a few people there. If you do want to ask me and ask the manager question, just use the hashtag ATM in the comment section below. But until next time, enjoy FM19. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you very soon.